So now I would like to start this session. There was a question that was raised by one candidate, and it was endorsed by Professor Rekha Bali madam. And I am taking the first question, that one. The question was, for vector given the product X is a product, we have to find the here the answer. As we know, if we use this command, that is the product X, it is the return of the product of the elements of the X. For matrices, product X is a row vector, and if X is a floating point, and if we use here the double, then whatever is the number of the X, whether it is a single precision number or the double precision number, but we will get here the result having the double precision, that is a 64-bit. Now, if we write here the product command with the vector X and the dimension is given, then it will return with the dimension. And if we write here the product X double, as we have discussed, that we will get here the double precise numbers result here. That is, whatever is the input may be the single precision number system or the double precision number system, but the return will be the double precision number system. That is, the product will be represented in the 64-bit. Now, if we write here the this type of the command, that is the product X native, then native representation will take place. Now, just coming to that point, now suppose we consider the input X, that is a matrix 0, 1, 2, and the second row is the 3, 4, 5. As we have discussed yesterday, that if we are interested in order to represent any matrix, then the element of a row may be represented either using a column, yes, here the comma between the two consecutive character, or using a character gap between the two consecutive element of that row. And if we are interested in order to terminate the row, then that row will be terminated by the semicolon here. So it is the 2 cross 3 matrix, and this is represented when we enter in the command matrix this one, then that it will return in this form here. That is the here the 3 cross 2 matrix here. That is the 2 cross 3 matrix, 2 rows and the 3 column. And if we write here the product X1, then all the elements of that column, a particular column will be multiplied, and they will be entered in a row. That is the 0 and 3, multiplication of the 0 and 3 is the 0, 1 and 4 is 1, 2 and 5 is the 10. So here it will return in a row matrix. And if we are interested in order to get the product of the X with the dimension of the 2, then what will happen here? It will here in that case, all the elements of a row will be multiplied, and the product will be entered here in this manner, that is in the form of the column, that is the 0 and the 60. Now we are coming to the problem which was raised by the student, that is the A is given 137, 238, 339, and it means this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. When we write in the command window of the matrix, then this will be represented in this manner here. That is the 3 cross 3 matrix here. And if we write here the product A, comma 2, that is the 2-dimensional product has to be achieved. And in that case, as we have discussed in the previous slide, that we will get here the A column matrix. That is, here all the rows elements will be multiplied. 7, 1, 4, 7, that is the 28. 2, 5, 8, that is the 80. 3, 6, 9, that is the 162. And in the question, there is one more additional instruction, that is, we have to get the transpose of this matrix. So this is the matrix, and transpose of this matrix will become here the row column. So this is the answer here, what was asked by Professor Rekha Bali madam, and one student, I think, Mr. Abhishek. Now, before moving to this one, that is the here today's session. Again, I am coming to the first slide which we discussed during the start of the session here. Now, if you see, then we will find that in order to design or in order to define and specifying, deriving the system, we have to decide a type of the system. We have discussed in detail in the yesterday's discussion. Now, if we have decided a system, then we have to decide which type of the system, static or the dynamic. When we say static system, it means that is a memory-less system. It has no memory. And what is the memory? Memory has a capacity to store the information so that it can be reproduced or it can be retrieved at the time of the requirement in order to perform in a desired manner. So if we are interested for the static system, then it means there is no memory, and dynamic there is memory. And as we have discussed, if we are interested for the dynamic system, then those system will be represented either by the differential equation or by the difference equation. If the system is analog, then naturally that system will be represented by differential equation. Now that may be very simple differential equation like the velocity v is equal to ds or the dx by dt, or that may be very complex, having the one-dimensional, two-dimensional representation. Same is true for the difference equation also. Now, if we are interested for the static system, that is memory-less system without memory system, then those systems are represented by the polynomials. Now, the polynomials may be very simple, having the zero-order polynomials like the constant. So far, we have discussed that many concepts related to the constants here, that is the matrices, without any involvement of the variables. Now, if we involve any variable or the parameter, that is the performance of the system dependent on a particular input or the variable, then the nature of the variation may be the linear or the non-linear. When we say linear, as we know, linear means Ohm's law. It follows the law of the additivity and the homogeneity. And any system, when follows the law of the additivity and the homogeneity, only then it can be said linear. And in order to get the results without memory, when we try to improve the performance, then we have to introduce the nonlinearity. So if we are trying to get the better and better result, then complexity has to be improved. Means we have to design more and more complex system or the more complex equations. And in use, in application, we see a ease of the implementation, ease of the definition, ease of the derivation. So in order to provide the ease of the processing, we use the different type of the languages, different type of the processes, and this language which we are using is the MATLAB, that is known as the applicative language. Whatever is the language, those languages can be categorized into the three categories. The first one is the prescriptive language like the C, C++. Descriptive language that describes the architecture of the system, network, equation, or the algorithm. And the example of that language is the VHDL, Verilog, that describes the architecture of our system which has been designed or which has to be designed. Now, applicative language means it works according to the application, very friendly, very here the interactive and computational language based on the graphical user interface. And these facilities are associated with the MATLAB here. Now we are again coming to the very basic concept. As we have to write any book, then what is the first step? Suppose we are interested in order to write any book, then first step is to, and if we are interested in order to write the book in a particular language, English, then first step is to learn A, B, C, D. Then we have to learn how these letters will be arranged in order to make the words. Then we have to learn how these words will be arranged in order to make a sentence. Then we have to learn how these sentences will be arranged in order to make a page, and how the pages will be arranged in order to make a lesson, and how the lessons will be organized in order to make a book, and so on. So in the similar manner, here we are just to discuss, to learn how we have to use the MATLAB so that we can get our target. And what is the target? What is the goal in the teaching, learning, or in the any field of the working? What we have to do? We have to utilize the rules, regulations given by the mathematicians, scientists, philosophers, seniors, or any persons are given from any sources which are available in the universe. We have to derive these knowledges in either to design a new system or to maintain and enhance the performance of the existing system for the welfare of the society. And when we think about the welfare of the society, who is the most benefited? Naturally, itself, who starts it. So we have just started this journey in order to learn how the systems will be designed and implemented in using the MATLAB. As we have discussed, if we are at the first step, that is the static equation without the memory, now these equations may be the linear equation or the non-linear equation. If we consider very simple parameter x, y is a function of the x. Now y may be a system like the y is equal to ax, 2x, or we can say bx, where b is the constant. Or the next we can improve here the non-linearity, that x square, then x cube, like that. When we increase the non-linearity, it means we are trying to get a particular goal or a target. In the first step, we will discuss about this section, that is non-linear and the linear section equations. Today we will discuss some concepts of the linear and non-linear equations. One more thing which has to be added here, that we have to learn the steps, and in the light of those steps we have to run in order to achieve our goal. So how we will achieve our goal? As we have discussed, that if we are interested in order to write a book, as we are interested in order to design a system, then what we have to learn? We have to learn the basics of the ABCD. We have learned some basic commands like the ABCD, which was discussed yesterday. Today we will try to improve these commands in such a manner. We are just trying to arrange these words in order to make a word like equation. Then how these equations will be organized in order to make a system. Now the system itself may be the very simple or the very complex, depending upon the memory or the memoryless. So one more thing that we have to think about the concepts here, that first of all we must have the knowledge of our field. We have clarity about our object, what for we are interested, what we are going to design, and in order to facilitate these aspects, the MATLAB is a platform on which we will try to run, or on which platform we will try to take off our plane. So here we have just discussed here these equations here. Now if we again see the equations here, if we see this equation here, and if there is no derivative, that is the k is 0, here the k is 0, then that will be a function of the x and y, and a case, b case have their own values, and here the dependency may be defined by the x and y having their powers here. Now again we are coming to the same slide here, from where we are going to start the today's discussion. See here, if we consider any equation has some constants. We have discussed, I think we have discussed this problem here. So if we consider any polynomial, that is without memory, we are trying to discuss a system. System is nothing but that one is a mathematical model. Algorithm is also a mathematical model. Our day by day behavior, working, performance, they are just a kind of the mathematical model. First, we decide a plan, and according to that plan, we perform here. So that plan is a mathematical model. So here, polynomials, if we consider the polynomials having only one variable, that is here we have described the px polynomial, that is a function of the x 2x minus 3. Then in order to get the solution here, we just find the value of the x as equal to 3 by 2. And these results depends only upon the coefficients here. Now see here, this is like the ax plus b. If we, first of all, we have to define the coefficients. P, that is the polynomial, will be defined by the coefficients. Any system, any algorithm, any concept will depend only upon the coefficients. When we say we are interested in order to design a system, what is the meaning of that one? It means we are interested to get the coefficient of the mathematical model related to that system. If these are the coefficients, polynomial is described by the 2 and minus 3, then it will be return in the here the command window in this manner. And if we are interested in order to get the roots, just write here the roots of the polynomial. We will get here the roots of the polynomial, that is the 1.5000. That depends upon the precision length here. Now if the second order equation, if we consider here the second order equation, that is the maximum power is 2. In this one, again the same procedure has to be followed. Now the p is nothing but that is the 5, 3, minus 4. We have defined the polynomials. Next step is to get the roots. Just write here the roots and we will get the root. Again, coming to the next one, that is the say higher order, fifth order equation. In order to get the roots of the fifth order, whatever may be the order here, we just have to follow the two steps. First, define the polynomial, and how the polynomials will be defined by their coefficients, and the roots will be here derived by just writing one command, roots of the polynomial, that is the roots in parenthesis p, and we will get the roots here, whatever may be the order here. Again, if we describe other commands that is related to the polynomials, then roots is the first which we have discussed. If we write poly, it means it convert roots to the polynomial. From roots, how we will achieve the polynomial? In the previous slide, we have discussed, if the polynomial is given, polynomial will be described by their coefficients. And if we again come to the previous slide, in order to make it more clear, the power is 5. The maximum power is 5. So its coefficient has the first priority. Highest power has the first priority, and so on. If suppose there is no term, x to power 4 is missing there, then the coefficient of that powers will become the 0 here. But we will write the coefficient in the descending order here. Okay. So these are the commands here. The roots will be used. This command will be used in order to get the roots of the polynomial. And if we are aware with the roots, then how the polynomials will be derived by writing the poly, and then this will convert the roots to the polynomial. That is, we will get here the coefficients, and now we can write the polynomial here. Now, if we are interested in order to get the value of any polynomial at a particular value, then we will write here the poly value in bracket, whatever is the value at which we are interested to get the value of the polynomial. And if we are interested to evaluate the polynomial with matrix argument, then we have to write this command, that is the poly value with the matrix. Partial fraction expansion, that is the residues, can be derived by this command, residue. Polyfit. Somebody asked yesterday one question. about this one. We are just coming to the curve fitting and polyfitting here. For that purpose, we have to use the polyfit, the fit polynomial to the given data. We have to derive such a polynomial which is just trying to approach the given data. Means if the data are given and we are interested in order to design a particular system, then naturally we have to follow this concept or this algorithm or the command here. In order to differentiate any polynomial, we can use the command polyder. And if we are interested to integrate the polynomial, naturally polyint, as we have discussed yesterday, nothing is special in any command. We have to just use the same words which we are used to use during our daily life or during the time of the description of the analysis or the analytical representations. Multiply polynomials, just use the convolve, convolution CONV, and division deconvolve. And now we will consider against some example here. Suppose the one polynomial having the fifth order is given this one. We write the equation, and in the matrix MATLAB, using the matrix, the same equation can be written in this manner here. Just write here the P is equal to. It means it is nothing, but it is the representation of this equation in this form here. Now, if we are interested to get the value of this polynomial when x is equal to 9, then we will write here the poly value P at 9, and we will get this value here. That is that this is the value 10 power 003 here, this one. And if we have a range of the x, it is particular value of the x. Now suppose we have a range of the x starting from the minus 1.5 to 6.7, that is the initial value, and the final value having a gap of the 0.1, then we will get here the y, that is the poly value having the px. First define the range of the x, then write the same command here and with the value of with the parameter x here. And if we are interested in, suppose we are interested in order to see the values here. Some candidate also has asked one question, why sometimes we use the semicolon and sometimes we not use the semicolon. When we are interested in order to get the result, then there is no need of the semicolon. That if there is no semicolon, and when we press the enter button, then we will it will return into the result. And if we are interested for another type of the processing, then we have to use here the semicolon. It will terminate and then proceed to the next one. Here, see, we are interested to find the Ramdas Tripathi sir has asked one question. We are just coming to that point, sir. We have just started it. Now, here if x is, this is the range, and y is the poly value px, then plot x comma y. Here we will get the plot between the x and y. That is the range of the x is given, and whatever is the derived value of the y, that will be here represented. That is a plot will be represented between the x and y. And since we are interested for the plot, that's why we are not putting here the semicolon. Just see the result here. This is the result between the x and y. This is the result. And if we are interested in order to move it to particular value or the data, then for that purpose we can use the another method here. We are just coming to that one. Again, say if the polynomial is defined by these coefficients here. So what is the order of this one? X0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is the one is highest power, fifth, x power 5. Roots of the p, we will get here how many roots? Naturally the 5 roots are there. If the roots are given, then how the polynomials will be derived? Suppose this, we are using here the same roots having some modification here. Now see how the approximation takes place. What is difference between the real world and the here the modeling, simulation, and engineering world? What happens when we try to design a system? There is a need of the approximation. Why the need of approximation? Because the requirements are always ideal. And in order to implement any ideal concepts, infinite number of the bits or infinite number of the informations are required. And it is not possible in order to design or in order to process such type of the information. So approximation plays an important role. So here, if we consider the approximation, that is this is the 6.5, and says there are some differences here. We have approximations, and we will get here the new polynomial. And now see the addition, multiplication, and division of the polynomials. We have to define the polynomials, and now we can add the polynomials by just using here this type of the command here, that is the polynomial 1 and the 2 having the different orders. So these orders which are missing for the 2, they will be considered having the 0. Now this is the resultant polynomial due to the addition of the 2 polynomials here. Now multiplication of the 2 polynomials by using the command conv, and here we will get the result. And deconvolution, that is the division of the multiplication, we will use the deconvolution here, and deconvolution can be, in order to get the deconvolution, we have to write the deconvolve command here. Now if we are interested in order to get the derivative of any polynomial, then we have to write the polyder. And after derivation, the coefficients will be represented here. Now polynomial curve fitting. Since this is a very important aspects of the mathematics, and mathematicians are very well known about this fact and about the concept of the curve fitting. We are just describing here the MATLAB, which will facilitate us about our concept. So when we improve our concept, means what we are doing, we are just improving our concept, means our algorithm. When there is an improvement in our algorithm, then what happens? There is improvement in our mathematical model. So accordingly, mathematical model will be also improved here. The MATLAB only will map all these information in order to visualize the result here. So if we write here the polynomial, that is the polyfit, describe here the x and y, and n, how many value of the n has to be considered here. For example, suppose we measure a quantity at the several values of the time x, x will be this one, y will be this one, and plot x comma y with this marker here. As we have discussed yesterday, during the time of the plot command, we have to use the dependent, independent, and dependent variable along with the line specifier here. Here we will use the least square fit concept in order to get the curve along with the given data. Now if the polynomial is given here, that is the x is this one, y is this one, and polyfit x and y having the value of the n is equal to 3. And now suppose we are using another one values here. This is for the n is equal to 3. Here the some data are missing here. These are the data which has to be fitted here. And we have used here the n is equal to 3. In order to get these values here, we have to increase the order of the n here. Now see here, for the n5, we are just approaching towards these points here. And for the n6, we have approached to these points here. If you are trying to model a physical situation, it is always important to consider whether a model of the specific order is meaningful in your situation or not. Because when we trying to improve the performance of any system, it means we are trying to improve the complexity or the cost of that system. But being engineer, we have to make a compromise between the cost and performance of the system which has to be designed. Now if we consider here equation, say the two equations are given having a function of the x and y, And in order to solve the equation, we write here the equation in this form, that is the AX is equal to B. So if we are interested in order to get the values of the X, that is the X and Y, then it will become the A inverse B. So in order to solve the equations, we have to just get the inverse of the A, that is first describe the A. Here the A will be described by these values, that is the 1, -3, 4 and the 6. This is the first row and this is the second row here. This is the A, and B will be equal to the 5 and 3, and these are the column elements here. And if we are interested in order to get the X, then inverse A multiplied by B will be the solution of this one. And in the MATLAB, we will write the same and we will get here the result. Now see, it is very easy to get the result here, but what is the difficulty? The speed is very slow. But during the time of the designing of any type of the system, whether we are from the field of the electrical, electronics, mechanical, civil, chemical, whatever is our field, but during the time of the designing of the system, the speed is a very important factor. That the process, how much, how delay or the execution delay is related with that type of the algorithm or the system. So in order to speed up, we will avoid this type of the computation. So what is the next step? As we know, the elimination method is used. In the elimination method, if we eliminate the terms, then how we will get the values of the X? X is nothing but that is the A backslash of the B divided by the B here. So in order to get the result using the elimination method, as if we go step by step to get the result, then we will find the complexity is less in the case of the here the elimination method. How we decide the complexity? The number of the processing steps. Now, if we have a number of the equations, presently we are discussing only the linear equations. See, just we have started our journey from a particular constant, then we described one equation, two equations. Now we are just including here more than the two equations. Then what we have to do? First of all, we have to write this one into the AX plus B form, and A is described here, how the and B is described in this one. Then in order to get the result, we will use this one method, that is the carry elimination, because we have discussed that the inverse method is not suitable due to its speed. Now solving equations with MATLAB symbolic math toolbox. One more thing, as we have discussed that first of all we have to learn about the letters, then by the combination or the arrangement of the letters we have to learn how the words will be prepared, and then sentences, naturally then grammar, and about the here the writing a particular topic. Similarly, in this case we have to follow that. Some students is asking that please tell it again. One request is submitted that we are just trying to move from 0 to a decided level of the height, and for that purpose you are all are requested to be tuned with us, please. And practice is more and more required here. When we discuss any one thing, then you have to go all related topics of that concept here. Now see here, I'm just trying to describe what are the fields that are covered by the MATLAB. MATLAB is not designed only for the mathematicians or only for the engineers of the electronics, mechanical or the civil engineering. It is designed and developed for each and every person of the world. But we have to exploit the power of the MATLAB. So please be tuned with us. And if there is any problem, there will be the here the again you have the video will be provided to you, PPTs will be provided to you, PDFs will be provided to you. You have to go through this one. You have to cover your subjects. You have to decide your topics, and you have to go on your decided path. It is not possible anybody to run on each and every path. You first choose your path, and you have to go on that path. We are just trying to show some light on so that you can start your journey. So here we will use the MATLAB command solve. One thing that is, first of all, we have to know about the commands. Then by the arrangement of the command, we will here describe any one particular solution. And then by the arrangements of the so many commands in pre-decided manner, that will become the program that will solve any particular problem, or that will model or give the simulation of a particular system. And if we arrange systematically, pre-decided manner, and in a required manner, to get each and every solution of a particular field, then that combination becomes a toolbox, and that toolbox help us in a particular field. For example, if we are in the signal processing field, or we are control system engineering, or in the mathematics, even if we are in mathematics, then suppose our field of specialization is differentiation, even our field may be curve fitting here, then related to that particular field, there is a toolbox. Now the toolbox will become your teacher. This is the starting point. I am not teacher. I am also a colleague. I am also a student. I am also a learner. I am just trying to learn how the learners learn. So we have started this journey in a very nice manner. So we have to move step by step here. Here we have described the commands, and now we are trying to move towards a toolbox. We have described some concepts that how we can arrange these commands in order to get a program. Now you have to learn the commands related to your field. You have to learn the rules and regulations in order to arrange those commands such that these commands can be converted into a program that solves a particular problem. And again, you have to learn how these programs will be organized in order to solve the more problems, or near about all problems, or particular field that will become a toolbox. And if we are not in position, then first of all, we have to learn the theoretical concept, and then we just go to that particular toolbox related to our field. And in that toolbox, we will get here so many tutorials, so many demos, so many helps. And with the help of those tutorials, demos, and help, we can start our journey. Even if we are not aware with any particular command, then in the command window, go to the command window, you just write the help, then space, the name of that command. All the description related to that command will be displayed on your monitor. So whatever we can think, we can do it. And for each and every problem, there are the solutions in the MATLAB. But what we have to do, we have to start our journey. We have to do something for that one. So here, if we use a MATLAB toolbox, I'm just taking the example of this one. This is not my field. I have taken this field just to consider a generic field. Then we will switch over to a particular toolbox. But this is a common platform. That's why we have used a symbolic math toolbox. In the symbolic math toolbox, there is a command that is the solve. Now see what does the solve. Symbolic system, that is, suppose there is a system AX plus B, and in order to solve this one, we have to describe the symbolic parameter x, a and b. Then in order to get the solution of the x, just write here the solve, then name of that equation, that is the description of that equation, not the name, ax plus b. And naturally we will get here the result. And suppose the second equation, ax square plus bx plus c. See what we have done till now. We have just started the solution of the linear equations. We have used the inverse matrix. We have used the concept of the elimination method. Now we are trying to move towards a symbolic math toolbox. And here we are discussing a command of the solve. Ax square plus bx plus c is 0 here. Then if we use right here the sims x, just describe this one as we have discussed yesterday. The same is true for each and every step. We have to follow the same steps, but practice, more and more practices are required at each and every step. I feel very proud to announce that some of our respected senior faculty members have gone through all the concepts which we have discussed yesterday and overnight. So we have to really follow the steps which we are describing here, or which we are discussing here. So if there is an equation ax square plus bx plus c, then just describe the equation and you will get the solution. Very simple. X, then solve this one. What have to solve? Equation. Write the equation and you will get the solution here. The x, the value of the x is this one here. Now moving towards the more complex equation. Ex is equal to sin x. Suppose this is the equation. Why we are writing so many equations here? Now come to this point here. That is the first one. If we have described any system is nothing but here see, if we see, then we'll find that is a process. Process is nothing but that may be equation. Equation may be very simple or very complex here. So these equations are here. Now these equations will operate on the input. Input will be also in form of the mathematical model, and we will get here the output. That will be also a mathematical model here. So that's why we are discussing here so many equations. Here we are using the value command.
Sir, PPT is not visible, sir.
PPT is not visible.
Yeah. It is visible on another account of Kishraj, sir.
Pardon? Dr. Vinay, yeah.
Sir, it is visible on other account of yours. Like you have put two accounts,
yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, there are the two accounts. One is controlling for the controlling purpose. One is there. Second one is the for the representation purpose. I request Dr. Manish to stop that presentation. Dr. Manish, whether it is audible?
Yes.
You just stop that presentation, okay? Now, Dr. Vinay. Dr. Vinay, sir.
Visible, sir.
Yeah, it is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, thank you, sir. Now, say if this is the equation here, and we are just trying to solve the equation, and using the sim command here, we are at this slide. Now, ax square plus bx plus c. Just write here the equation, here the sims x, a, b, c, and solve this one, and then x will be represented by this one. Now come to the another equation here, that is a little bit more complex.
Sorry for interruption, sir. Screen is not visible properly.
Screen is not visible.
Yeah, only you are visible.
Okay.
Sir, you have two accounts now. You have logged in by two names. On other, it is visible.
Dr. Manish, you just block that one. Huh? Whether you are listening, huh? You just block that one. Huh? Sorry, just tell me now what is the position?
Same, it is same. It is not
Sir,
that like
It's
before.
some
it was-
presentation problem, sir.
hello sir.
Yeah,
Hello. Hello sir.
Hello.
सर मैं सुमन बोल रहा हूँ.
Sir,
I think
Sir, मैं सुमन बोल रहा हूँ.
you share your complete
sir,
screen.
मैंने सर जस्ट
It will be better.
सर आप दो नाम से लॉग इन हुए हैं ना सर?
हाँ हाँ.
तो दूसरे वाले पे आपकी स्क्रीन आ रही है सर.
प्रेजेंटेशन एक बार स्टॉप करके फिर से कर दीजिए.
Whether it is synchronized,
एक बार प्रेजेंट
नहीं, हाँ,
करके फिर से कर दीजिए.
नहीं वो synchronized नहीं है ना. That was, I think that was not synchronized ना. बंद करिए.
अमीशर प्रेजेंटेशन स्टॉप करके फिर से एक बार कर दीजिए.
Share it once
ऑन
again.
कर दीजिए सर.
Now it is fine.
Yes sir. Properly working sir.
Now it is fine. Switch on your mic, sir. Switch on your mic. Mic is off.
Sir, unmute yourself sir.
Mic.
Yes.
Now it is fine.
Hi. It's okay.
Okay. Whether I am audible,
Fine.
madam?
Yes, sir. Now it is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So if we again consider a complex system, that is more complex, not the complex in comparison with the first one. So if Ex is equal to sin x is the function, and suppose this is the system. When we say function is nothing but that is the system that will operate on the input in order to get some desired output. So what will be the solution here? In order to get the solution, just write here the same x will, and then solve it the function, you will get here the solution. Now if this is the equation, ax minus by is equal to c, 2ax plus b is equal to 9c, and we are interested in order to solve, then again define it, that is what are the variables, coefficients, and then write the number of the variables and put here the solve command. We will get here the result for the x as well as for the y. Now these commands can be considered in our program when we are going to design a system, because that system is nothing very small equation or the very small command. That will be like a thousands lines of the program. So in that one we can use these commands in order to solve this type of the problems here. Now if the equation is something like in this manner here, x cubed minus xy is equal to minus 3, and this one, then again we have to describe the x and y, and we will solve and we will get here the result. Now see the result here for the x and y. Here we have just increased the complexity of the non-linearity. It is a non-linear but static system. It is not dynamic system. We are just increasing the power here of the parameters, but again it is the non-linear, but it has no memory. Now the second thing, one is the nature of the system. The second is when we transfer our concept to the system, or when we are interested in order to implement the system, then what will happen? We have to use a processor either in the hardware form or in the software form. So we have to use in particular type of the number system, as we have discussed in the yesterday's lecture. So we have to follow a syntax for the number system. Either we can use here the single precision or the double precision. If we are interested for the double precision, then we will write here the double x. When we say the double precision, it is the 64-bit number precision, and it is a floating point representation. And floating point again has the two categories. One is user defined, and the second one is the standard. Standard is the IEEE 754 standard, having the 32-bit for the single precision and the 64-bit for the double precision. Naturally, we will describe some concepts related to the number system and related to the representation of the coefficient and signal, but after discussing the concept of the signals and the systems here and the equations. Now, if we are interested for the single precision, then we will write here the y single x that will convert the single precision number system, and the one, basically there are the two categories. One is the fixed point and the second one is the floating point. Floating point is categorized into two categories. One is the float, that is user defined, and the second one is the standard, that is the single and the double, having this IEEE 754 standard. And fixed point is represented by the QM.N format, that is the M number of the bits to be used for the, and N numbers will be utilized for the fractional representation here. INTX, when we write this type of the command, means we are using here the integer of the signed integer of the 8-bit here, and naturally we can derive here the range, and it is the tutorial problem for us that we have to decide how the -1 to 8 to 1 to 7 becomes the range in the 8-bit signed 8-bit representation, and we will discuss it in the next class here. It is the tutorial for us. We will solve it. Now, for the 16, same is true for the 16-bit also. That is the fixed point number representation having the 16-bit, and now the range will become this one here. And the command is int16x. Now, integer arithmetic. Suppose we are interested in order to process. These are all related to the some numbers. Now, suppose we are interested in order to process some information, not in the text form, but that is in image form. Then first of all, that image, that information has to be converted into the matrix form. So how the image will be converted into the matrix form? For that one, we will use the command imread. This is just the example. Here the imread is the command that will convert here the image into the matrix file, and FMT is the format that will be followed here. And file name, the name of that file name of that image here. This is the description of the same which we have discussed here, and it will convert the image into the M by N matrix if it is the black and white. And when we are interested for the colored image, then for the color we have to use the three colors, that is the RGB, red, blue and the green. For those colors, the three matrices are required here. So the M cross N by 3 will be the array here. Now, if we consider here the ordinary differential equation, the solution of the ordinary ODE, ordinary differential equation. For the ordinary differential equation, there are the different solvers depending upon the different methods. The commands which are used in order to solve the ordinary differential equations are the ODE 45, 23, 113, 15s, 23, 23t. These are the commands which are used in the MATLAB to solve the equation. They depend upon each case. That is the.
Hello, Manish. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please share it again. Your screen, sir. Some participant has been interrupted by sharing their screen. And all the participants are requested to please do not touch the present now option. It will interrupt the presentation of the speaker. So please don't touch the present now button of your Google Meet screen.
Dr. Suman?
Yes, sir.
I think I had given you the control. If the requests are not followed by the candidates, they should not disturb the others. They may be blocked. Okay?
I think mic also should be switched off for everyone.
Mic switch off. Dr. Suman, Dr. Manish, put the switch off mic of all the participants, except me, because
yes,
I have
yes,
to. So ordinary differential equation, in order to solve the ordinary differential equation, now it's okay. So ordinary differential equations, in order to solve ordinary differential equations, you can use the different types of the solver, depending upon the different methods. That is the Runge-Kutta method, Adams method, NDFs, BDFs. These are the different methods which are used in the maths to solve the differential equation. Now, depending upon these algorithms, these concepts, these commands are developed. When we use a command of the MATLAB, it is not just like a command, it is a program itself. Here, the basic kernel is the C. So, whatever methods are used in the Runge-Kutta, the same algorithm has been converted into the program using the C kernel, and the program has been formed in the form of the command. So it is very useful, very interactive for us without any complexity here. Now, again, these are the some evaluation and extension. These commands are used for the evaluation and the extension here. And solver options had the OD set, ROD get. Output functions, these are the output function. Again, that is the ODE plot. This will be time series plot. And if we are using the ODE phase 2, this is a 2-dimensional. For the 3-dimensional, we have to use the phase 3. And OD print for the 2 in order to print the command window here. ODE means ordinary differential equation. Now, the first order or the second order ordinary differential equations may be considered here for the different purposes. MATLAB solvers handle the different types of the ODEs, like the explicit ODEs of the form y dash is equal to, that is a function of y dash, that is the first derivative, function of the time as well as the y. And now it is in matrix form, that is the ODA implicit ODE, that is the MTY y dash. Y dash will be multiplied by a matrix here. This will become a function of the FTY. If this is the format, that is the here the implicit ordinary differential equation. MTY is a matrix here. And fully implicit, that is the function of the time y factor and the y dash first derivative. And higher order of the differential equation. If we have the higher order ordinary differential equations, then those higher order differential equations will be converted into the first order, and then we will solve it. For example, if there is nth order of the differentiation, then this may be also written as we used to write the different differential equation, that is the y1 is equal to y, then y dash will become the y2, that is the first derivative, and so on. Now this may be written in this form, and now we can generate a matrix, and we can rewrite here. We can consider example of the van der Pol equations here, and we can solve that one using these commands here. Now, if we are interested in order to describe the result, and results has to be visualized using the color, then for that purpose we have to use the color map having the complex grid. So here the complex map plot or the color map has to be used. In the color map we have to use the HSB model here. So here if we write here the color map HSB, and this is the value of the HSB model here 64, and the complex grid for the gridding purpose, and here the complex map of the Z and Z plus. Now the title will be, as we have discussed in the study lecture, that title may be entered here. The title will be the Z. Now see, these are the commands which will be written in the MATLAB command window, and this is the return of the result. And now if we are increasing the complexity, that is Z to power 3, here we have described C. If we just write here the Z to power 3 without this, the description of the Z, then there will be a error, because the Z is a parameter which has to be defined first, then we have to define the equation here. Now if we use here the Fz, that is a function of the Z to power 3, then for that purpose we will just use here the same command, that is the complex map z and z to power 3.